And man, every time I hear that, I get excited and energized because, man, it's fitness tip of the week for Shit Talking Sundays. Uh, and remember, every day is Shit Talking Sundays. Um, Blessings to everybody that's out there. Hope everybody is nice and sore from last week's workout and education, and hope you took everything that Vince the Beast with Fitness Major has given all of us. Speaking about Fitness Major, look who we have, y'all. Fitness Major. What's going down, man? What's going down?
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm always doing great. Every time we're
Awesome.
talking about health, wealth, or family functions, I'm always with that.
Absolutely. It's a way of life.
So what's on the plate today for us, bro?
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about now that you got started in the gym, right? For those that have started or those that are still in the contemplation phase, about to take that step into the action phase, we're gonna talk about what should you do as far as frequency. And I get asked this a lot, like how many days a week do you work out? Excuse me. How many days a week do you work out? Or how many days a week should I work out? You know, of course, that goes with how long, but we talked about that a little bit before. I
Right.
want to talk about the days, and
Mm,
a lot of it is a lot of different dependencies. So I'm gonna try to simplify it as best I can. But as I always say, get with somebody about your goals, seek some professional advice about what's the best strategy for you,
right, right.
because you don't want to be those people. And we spoke about this before, that get in the gym in January and they work out, and a year later you see them and they look exactly the same,
Mm-hmm.
but they talking about their goals are to gain or to lose or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, anything outside of maintenance, obviously.
Yeah,
And
I
then
know.
you don't.
I've seen a few people that look like that.
Yeah.
You know what? Before we get too deep into the substance of all this, um, I need people to understand. Don't forget to share, subscribe, hit the notification button, um, and please share, especially if you think this is going to help somebody out. Um, if you need one-on-one personal help, uh, realistically, if you're anywhere in the world and your financial budget will allow Vince the Beast to get to you, I'm sure he will train anyone, anywhere. Um, with that being said, thanks for tuning in. I'm AG the Dad, Shit Talking Sundays fitness tip of the week, because every day is Shit Talking Sundays, but this is every Wednesday at 6:30. You've already tuned in, so you know what time it is. Um, now that everybody has liked, shared, subscribed, and hit the notification button, I am going to let you take it over. It's all you, Vince the Beast.
Yeah, so like you said, we do have virtual programming, so it doesn't matter where you are, as long as you have access to internet and you have a smartphone or even a computer or tablet, we can reach you and we can assist you and help you. And that's the whole purpose of this fitness movement, is to inspire you to do something, to get up and get started and to do it the right way and to get them gains that you want. Change begins with you. So, like you said, check us out, tap the line. So I was saying that you don't want to, want to be one of those people that a year from now you're looking exactly the same, or you're at the same fitness level. More importantly, again, if those are maintenance programs, I understand, that's fine. But if you have goals to gain 5, 10 pounds, 15 pounds of muscle, if you have goals to lose 30, 40, 80 pounds, whatever your goals are, if you have goals to be able to run a 5K throughout, whatever your goals are, you need to understand the strategy behind it. And we use the P principle. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So you want to prepare, and you by preparing is knowing the frequency and how often you should do it. And of course, with all that being said, you always have to listen to your body. There's gonna be days of the week. You might have one week where you are fatigued and you may not be able to do the same frequency, or you may not be able to put out the same output. That is fine. That is why we are organic, natural people. So it's not going to be every week. It's going to be the same. There's going to be days that you may feel stronger, or you may have more stamina, and those are the days you may push yourself a little bit. That's fine too. But just to tell you that there's days that go up and down. So because there's days that go up and down, it's good. That's why it's really important to have that game plan to understand, and and of course, based on your goals. And nobody has a goal for, like, okay, this is my goal, and my goal is set to be done in 2 weeks or a week. Usually goals are long lasting. So because of that, you plan for it and you prepare for it. So you set up your frequency based on whatever your goals are, whatever your fitness level is currently, and of course you can always adjust those. There's no set plan that just stays in place, it's stagnant, because your body adapts, so your workouts adapt. So I'm gonna break down this a few simple ways based on what I described. So for those people that want to do, say, full body workouts, say they're just trying to lose overall circumference and lose weight. And we talked about the prime movers, the big muscles. We talked about working out big muscle groups, your chest, your back, your legs. Those are going to be the primary focus with your workouts. Not only that, but you want to do multifunctional activities. So when I mean that, so for instance, we'll say a squat, a deadlift. Those are multifunctional. Why are they multifunctional? Because you're working out your thighs, working out the front of your legs, you're working out the back of your legs. You're also working out your butt. You're also working out your core. You're also working out your lower back. So multifunctional means like you're crossing multiple joints. So like you're crossing from knee joints, you're crossing the hip joints. The deadlift and the squat, you're not really working them, but you're just sustaining them. So you're working out your shoulder joints. So by doing that, it goes to the old analogy, and I'm sure anybody that has tried to work out before has heard or watched any type of video about health and wellness or nutrition, fitness, whatever. Calories in versus calories out. So you want to balance the calories in versus calories out. So you want to burn more calories. You want to create a metabolic change. And by doing that, doing full body is one of the best ways to do that, because of what I just mentioned. You're making all the main muscles work, while at the same time you're working out smaller, intricate muscles that help the major muscles to stay in place and to keep the range of motion and to keep your stability there. So by doing that, you're burning a lot of calories. For those you don't want to do every day, you don't want to do 4 days a week or 6 days a week. You typically want to do about a 3-day a week cycle. So, for instance, you do like a Monday, today's Wednesday, of course. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Those will be your weightlifting days. It does not mean you can't do cardio or yoga or some sort of activity on other days as far as in between. Typically for full body days, your body gets taxed a lot. You because you're working out the whole body. So nothing is getting rested on your workout days. Every your whole body is getting a full workout basically. So because of that, it is good to make sure that you don't do anything more than 5 days total. That's, like I said, if you're doing the 3 days of resistance training, plus you're doing the couple days of cardio or yoga or Zumba or spin, aqua, whatever it is that you like to do. And I always do recommend people that, when you're not training with your trainer, or if you're not training on weight days, unless you're like me and you love working out or you love weightlifting. but find something that you like to do. So a lot of people like to dance, so Zumba is a good class for you. A lot of people like to be in the water, doing a cycle, doing a swim class. Aqua is good for you. Some people like to just take a class. So let's get cycling or step class, and most people need to work on their range of motion and their flexibility, especially if you're weight training like that. So yoga, Pilates are good ones to do, fit in between that. But you still want to leave a day or two at least to let your body recover, because again, you're taxing the body. And then there's another one that's called we call like an A-B split. So basically, A-B split is you split your body in do two different groups. So you do part of your body on one day. The next day you do the other parts of your body, and then you do that. Typically, do that 4 days a week. So you hit each body part twice a week. So doing an A-B split, say you do chest and shoulders, and one day, and then you do back and legs the other day. Those people are more if you're really trying to create a defined look, more of definition. Don't get me wrong, you can do that with full body ease, and it's the easy thing to do full body as well. But obviously, if you pay more attention to individual body groups, you're going to get more of a workout and a more of a strain on those muscle groups. So, because more emphasis, you're isolating those muscle groups to make them uh, develop strength, grow, and tone up and define on those days. So for that, you know 4 days a week. Again, if you want to mix in a day where you are um, doing some type of a class to make it fun, or but you definitely want to have a couple rest days. You don't want to do no more than pretty much 5 days a week. Typically, 4 to 6 days a week is a typical training set a week for those at maximum, unless you're, and I'll get to that in a minute. Unless you're like a geriatric or something, we'll talk about that. But the A-B split, it really puts more of a tax on those muscle groups. So having that little more extra time to recover is a great benefit to you being able to uh, develop and grow and to really shape and tone each body part to what you want to do.
And I have a question. There's a lot of people out there that when they work out, I know you hear about people that when they go to the gym, they just think, I just need to get on that bench. And they bench every time they
Mhm.
get into the gym. Um, uh, they just do the A split. There's no A, B, A, Z, nothing. It's A split only. Every day I come in, I work out and do bench only.
Right.
Pros and cons, if if there's any of both.
I mean, the pro is obviously that you're committed to something and you're doing, you're going to the gym and you're maintaining that discipline to continue and to set and you're following the program. But the downside with a lot of those challenges is, you see a lot of 30-day challenges, squat challenge, we squat every day, or chest bench press challenge, or push up challenge. Unless it's something like your core, pretty much only your core. You don't want to challenge an individual body part every day, because the body, again, I just talked about recovery. Well, your body recovers when you grow. So, I mean, when you rest, and it grows when you rest. So, if you're constantly putting tension and strain on the muscles, how are they going to repair and grow? That's why sleep is so important, because it is the avenue to where your body can regenerate. It's just like if you leave your phone on with the light on and the Wi-Fi and your Bluetooth, and you have all these things going on, you just continually drain the battery until it eventually goes out, till the phone cuts off.
You know what's so crazy when you say sleep? A good analogy for people to understand is when a baby is born, They eat and they sleep, and they shit and they eat and they sleep, and maybe shit and sleep. But every day shit talking Sundays. Shameless plug. But anyway, so babies sleep because they're growing and developing. If you
Hmm.
keep that mindset, I think that might help you out there to develop that. Yes, working out and getting a great workout is essential, but also equally important is to get a great rest.
Yes.
So anyway, back to Vince the Beast. Let me not, he's the man
Oh
with
no,
the
it's all
master
good.
plan.
I mean,
All right.
great point there. I mean, that's why it's one of my four pillars: sleep, recovery. So like I said, that's the A/B split it's in its simple form. Then I did mention a little bit about geriatrics. So like I said, typically you want to work out no more than 6 days max. That's the most. I usually my frequency is between 4 to 6 days a week. That's been my regimen for over a decade. At least 4 to 6 days a week when I'm working out, when I'm consistent. Minus I take a vacation days or something, or I take a week to let my body. I was really training intense. My body was telling me I need to take a break. I'll take a few days off or take a week off. But outside of that, that's the frequency. Now I did mention like those say those that are um, uh, geriatric, older, in their golden years, or those that are having no talking about MS a little bit, right? The last week, you got the Tuesdays with the MS Warriors. So for those that because you don't want to for those workouts, you don't want to train super really intense. It's really more moderate, more of a 5 to 6 intensity range. So and you can do 5, 6. I still don't recommend 7, but again, it depends on the person. Like I trained a woman. She was 83 at the time, and her thing was just about functionality, about just moving. And so we worked on her balance, her stability, just daily function things that you don't even think about. Getting up off the floor, getting out of a chair, getting in and out of a shower, simple stuff that again that most people take for granted. So we're not doing anything really strenuous. And I didn't train her every day, but we had to where I had her doing 6 days a week. And one of the reasons was because again, it was just about her. Obviously, I mean, 80 something years old. I mean, I haven't been there yet. Hopefully, I'll get there. But um, at that age, you know, as people talk about anybody that's older, know this. Oh, my bones are creaking, my joints. I hear this a lot, and I've trained older people, and I've did some research on working out in your golden years, and that could be another show we could talk about. But you're not putting a lot of strain on the body, so it's not a whole lot of recovery with that. Even those that may be in rehab, after you're starting to really rehab and you've develop a baseline and you're on your way, you're past the first stage of your rehab, maybe something like that you can do, more 5 or 6 days a week. Or children, I mean, they're not really working out, but they're active. They're like active 60 days, 60 minutes a day, stuff like that are exceptions. But what we're talking about is like goal changing. So we're talking about changing your body composition. We're talking about challenging your muscular structure. Challenging your metabolic composition. When you're doing these things, you need days of rest. So that's why me, as my recommendation from my knowledge, my research is 4 or 5 days. Again, 6 days. I'm typically doing the maintenance thing for 6 days a week. I'm not going super intense if it's 6 days a week most of the time, because your body just, no matter what your fitness level is, eventually sooner or later your body would just say, I'm tired, we're done, we're going to sit down for a minute.
You know, what's crazy about you say 6 days a week? Um, Working out healthy is addicting to someone who has created a habit, um, especially if you live truly by the lifestyle. Like I said, for me, AG the dad, it had to be about lifestyle. I had to change my whole lifestyle if I wanted to get healthy. For me, the journey was about um, getting rid of being pre diabetic. And that came into play because I was very inactive. And my doctor made it a point to let me know that, hey, man, at your age, I mean, we take for granted how much we move when kids um, are in school. They constantly moving around, walking from class to class. Brains are constantly functioning all day, so they're being very active. You'll be surprised how docile you become as you get older, especially if you retire from a job. I'm not going
Hmm.
to stress enough. There's an older gentleman that I see in the gym. He's in his 90s, and I asked him, "What's the fountain of youth?" And he said, well, when you retire, don't retire to the chair. Just retire to another chapter in your life and keep it moving.
Keep moving. Hmm.
Change begins with you, but you got to remember, keep it moving. If you
Hmm.
stop moving, even a car, if you park a car, leave it there for a year, come back, it's not going to start. You're going to have to give it a jump start. You're going to have to work it back in. You might have to do some oil changes and some checking fluids. Your body's the same way. But
Yep.
back to you, my brother. Keep educating everybody. I'm just trying to break it down on a different way for in layman's terms for some of these people out there because they ain't trying to hear us. They ain't trying to be living healthy. You know, again, I'm going to say you better have a why. Because if you don't have a why, you want to be healthy, you ain't gonna be healthy. You could be unhealthy, and eventually you're gonna be 6 feet under. I mean, we all gonna be 6 feet under. It's just all about um, how long do you think it's gonna take you to get 6 feet under? Do you want to prolong the inevitable, or do you want to just get there? I mean, I guess that's how you could look at it. If you want to just get there, stop doing what you're doing. You're gonna get there real quick. But if you want to be, I got too many things to live for. I got children, I got grandchildren. Shoot, for me, for AG, the dad, I have grandchildren. I want to be a great grandfather. And most high willing, I want to be a great grandfather.
Hmm.
So, that's why I work out. The lifestyle is 6 days. When you get to the point where you're at 6 days a week, um, you know, you might even be a 7 day a weeker. And it's not necessarily that you're going in there working out hard 7 days a week. You're just moving
Hmm.
every single day when you get there. And plus, it becomes a lifestyle, and you will start meeting like minded individuals who will try to teach you how to be healthier. And, for me, if they're not already qualified, certified personal trainer that you see down here, okay, for that guy right there, um, I take it with a grain of salt with all that kind of stuff and I digest it, but and I do my own research. But if I want to be for sure I'm getting the right stuff, personally, me, and that's just me, AG the dad, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there that are doing it. Uh, they chat with this man right here, a fitness majors, Vince the Beast. And if you're wondering how you could chat with him, if you call that number that I just put on the screen, that will get to him, and you will be able to put a plan together to help you live longer. Because for me, AG the dad, we're shit talking Sundays. The best way that I can grow is by making sure I keep y'all alive long enough to see me achieve the mountaintop. So, with that being said, uh, back to your daily scheduled programming. It's the Beats with Fitness Major.
I mean, all those are great nuggets, and the why is so critical, and the why to the why. The more you ask why, the more in depth it gets. The more in depth it gets, the more in depth your commitment is. You're only as deep as your commitment. It's just like a relationship. Are you just casually dating the person, exclusively dating the person? Are you guys committed? Are you guys married? The more you're committed to it, the more you think about that person, and the more you think about, you invest into that person, and the more you guys come together and create harmony. I mean, that's a similar thing when it comes to working out. The more you have a why to your fitness and your health goals, the more you're going to commit to it, the more you're going to think about it, the more you're going to work towards coming together and creating that harmony in your body and outside, and on the outside showing on your body. So, with that being said, in wrapping this up, it is the frequency is really determined on a lot of those factors, but those are just some key things that you want to look at depending on how you want to do it and what you want to do. But you need to get a game plan together so that you can understand this is the path that I'm taking, and then start monitoring your progress to make sure that you're steady on that track to achieve those goals.
Hmm. Real talk, man. Real talk. Uh, I tell everybody um, it takes about 23 days of consistent repetition to create a habit. And you definitely want to, at very least, live a healthy lifestyle. My doctor says to me, AG the dad, um, I want at least 3 days a week, minimum. If you do at least 3 days a week, you and you do quality workout. You can't just go to the gym and walk around and talk to everybody all day because you live in a lifestyle of gym life. It isn't about going there. It is like Vince to be said, proper preparations prevents poor performance. Um, you definitely need to go in there, perform, exercise, put in the work, uh, and the lifestyle part of it when you're interacting is more so finding like-minded individuals who maybe have the same routine as you, uh, maybe enjoy doing the same thing, and over time, it's just like a relationship in the real world when you meet friends. It's not like you walk up and you look at everybody, everybody and what they do. You build relationships, and when you build those relationships, sometimes um, having those kind of relationships will help you to drive harder to live healthier because you guys can suggest to each other things that will help you live longer. One of my real good friends, Flyski from the 106, uh, he's on Shit Talking Sundays, morning coffee from time to time. Me and him are really good friends, and we talk about when I tell him, "Oh man, I'm feeling a little tired today," and he goes, "Oh, you need to get some B12 and you need to get some magnesium and you need this and you need that." And if you research some of the stuff that some of your friends or some of the people you come into contact with in the gym tell you, especially before you take it, you may find that some of it might work. But like Vince B said, make sure that you consult a doctor or at least somebody more qualified than I am, because this is not medical or workout advice. This is just from me. I'm just spreading the word, showing some love, wanting everybody to live longer and prosper if possible. Uh, Vince the Beast, what you got to say in closing, man? Any closing words?
Yeah, like we always say, check it out. The best information is the one that you go out and seek. So seek some information from us. Check us out, 916-410-1950, teamfitnessmajor.com, Facebook Fitness Major, Team Fitness Major on Instagram. Just drop us a line. I mean, it all starts there. You when you do that, we give you opportunity to kind of see where you are and to see what you want to do. But if you don't do that, you're just going to sit there and nothing's going to change. Change begins with you, and it starts with reaching out.
Right on, right on. All right, the Beast. Thanks for blessing us with your presence, like you always do. For me, um, I always take his advice because he hasn't stirred me in the wrong direction yet. Um, Change does begin with you on anything that you do. Um, you can't expect to, how do I put it softly to you? You can't will yourself healthier. You can't will yourself richer. You can't will yourself smarter. So, with that being said, you need to want to be healthier. You have to want to be wealthier. You have to want everything in life and you have to go get it and don't be afraid because, like they say, your first step is one step closer to your future. You know, um, I'm AG the dad. I want to thank you for tuning in with Fitness Tip of the Week with Vince the Beast. It airs every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Please check us out, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. In the Light of a Warriors every Tuesday, 6 o'clock. And we do morning service with Pastor Phil every Sunday at 9:30. We're working on some other things with Pastor Phil to try to get a little bit more of his message, but we definitely get the message once a month from him. So check us out. Go to our website, shittalkingsundays.com. Um, man, today we learned why you should be working out and what kind of frequency you should be working out to. Um, None but love for me. I'm AG the dad, and stay healthy, y'all. Peace.